Hi students, good evening. Alright, teacher Ed here again. So today we are going to discuss English SPM Trial paper 2022 from Negeri Sembilan. Okay, so I will start with paper 1. I don't think I will remind you again what paper 1 is all about, but I'll just go very fast. Okay, so paper 1 consists of 40 questions. It's a hybrid paper whereby students will have to answer multiple choice question with another 8 question towards the end. At the last end of the paper, they have to transfer information and they have to write the answer itself in the question in the paper. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let me start. Okay. Now for Negeri Sembilan paper 1, I choose this paper because I feel that some of the questions, especially from speaking and other states, they are actually quite similar, and they have a lot of variety of questions being asked. They took from newspaper cuttings, they took from newspaper excerpts. Some of it can be, articles, long articles. So it's a good practice for students so that they will not feel so comfortable, doing very simple questions as an exercise. Okay. All right. So for paper 1, I would straight away put the answer in so that I can show you how the answer is actually related to the text. All right. Okay. Okay. Now for question number 1, this is actually I call it as a promotion about Jif peanut butter. Okay, and if you were to see the answer for this question is a C, but you look at the question being asked, which statement is true about Jif peanut butter? So for students, please remember that I already mentioned this many times that you have to read from top to bottom. Don't straight away answer the question because you can see that in the previous discussion, some of the answers are quite similar. They're very, very close. So it can be very tricky at times. Yeah. Okay, now for Jif peanut butter, because the question requires students to find the true statement about the peanut butter. So we look at the options of answer given. Jif is for butter lover, butter. It's not purely butter, it's peanut butter. Okay. Alright, and then Jif celebrates National Day. Does it only celebrate National Day? Is it celebrating National Day? Is it so? No, it is not. It is not celebrating National Day. It is actually celebrating National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. Actually, there is such event. And C, Jif is packed with indifferent containers. Where we get the answer, you can see the answer here in the first line. It's crunchy or creamy in a pouch or a jar. See, different containers. So the answer is A, C. So if you feel that you might get confused, so what you do is you have a pen, a red pen, a blue pen, just underline so that you don't get confused. Yeah. Alright, so students, for question from 1 to 8, part 1, students are only given 3 multiple choice questions, which is actually quite easy. And if you were to do a lot of practices in this part, you can see that for part 1, the questions are very direct to the point. Okay. Now, question number 2, this is a job offer, a job opening as an account clerk at Negeri Sembilan. Okay. And the question is asking again about which statement is true about the job advertisement. True, yeah? So like what I advised just now, highlight the word true so that you don't get confused. Now, everything is given in the offer. SPM holders, fluent in Mandarin, working hours is also given, your competency in using IT. The good thing is that no job experience is required, daily allowances, RM ringgit, training courses will be provided. So which one is true about it? Look at it. Applicants must be fluent in Malay and English. Does it mention must be fluent in Malay and English? No. The Malay and English is only mentioned in as the subject that they need to pass in the SPM examination. Okay. B. But fluency is considered an advantage, which is Mandarin language. Yeah. Okay. Then you can see that for B, it offers training for applicants. At the end here, the last bullet it mentioned training courses will be provided. Okay, it is suitable for graduates. Does it mention only graduates? No. SPM holders also can be a candidate. Without job experience too, can be a candidate. So therefore, the answer is B. See, straightforward, isn't it? Right? Now, next one. For this, you have to read very carefully. This is about a province. Province is actually a name of a place in France. In France. The province was made famous in the United States by Peter Mayle's book, A Year in Provence. It is well known for its sunny weather, colorful countryside, tradition, food, and language. Provincial. Provence has a wide variety of villages which can be easily explored by car or bicycle. If you are visiting France, be sure to check out Provence. So again, the third question comes in, again asking the students to find the true statement about Provence. Okay. A. Provence is famous for its fine weather, vibrant countryside, and food. It's already mentioned in the first three sentences. Beautiful, scenic, beautiful and scenic, and then again, if you read further, well known for its sunny weather, colorful countryside, traditional food, and language. Okay. You already found the answer for A, is there. But if you were to choose B, province villages can easily be traveled by car, train, and bicycle. Does it mention anything easily be traveled? Okay, easily be traveled by train? No. Only car or bicycle. Alright? And then C, if you were to choose C, province was made famous in the United States through a movie. Is it a movie? No, it's not a movie, it's a book. So definitely the answer is A. Alright? Okay, next. Number 4. This is a conversation. Again, true. So from number 1 right up to number 4, questions being asked to students are all true statements. There is no changes yet. Okay, we'll see. Gosh, I can't get it. Get enough of it. You really should stop now, Wafi, or you won't have any appetite when you see I giving us later tonight. I'm sure I'll have room for later. You really don't want any. Okay, when you see the word I'll have room for later, then you have the word appetite. This is what we call as thematic vocabulary, meaning that this particular two person are talking about food. Okay, no thank you looking at you is making my stomach churn. Okay, then okay, more for me then. Alright, churn means enough. Have enough. Okay, so which one is true? Wafi is eating the food gracefully. How can you eat the food gracefully? Okay, they are not even eating yet at the moment. They were just talking about it. Dini is delighted to give the food to Wafi. Okay, did he say that he will give it to him? No, he didn't say any of it. But see, Wafi and me are going for dinner together later. Probably. Okay, probably. So you can see that. How do you know whether it's a dinner or not? That when you see Adil later tonight. So the only thing that is related to night will be dinner. Therefore, the answer is a C. Okay, let's continue. for number 5, this is a newspaper cutting, okay, about how 3 people which have been killed and 2 others were severely injured in an early morning accident along the Tun Dr. Lim Chong Su Expressway in Jelutong. This is about an accident, report about an accident. Again, for the 5th time, the question is asking students to find the true statement. So the answer for this is A. Why is the answer A? A rider had hit the rear of a car. Okay, look at the third last line. A 17-second video posted on social media shows a few motorcyclists racing along the expressway before cutting to parts of the accident when a motorcyclist knocked into the back of a car. Back of a car means the rear, the side part. Now, if you were to give the answer B, incident occurred at night. Was it at night? Okay, was it at night? No, it's not at night. Oh, the time is different here, 4:40 a.m. So it's early morning. It's early morning. A lorry was involved in the accident. Does it mention anything about lorries? No, it's not even about lorry. It's talking about a car. So automatically, definitely the answer is A. Okay, number 6. This is in an announcement about a missing parrot. Okay, alright. So all the information is there about the missing parrot. I mean the description of the parrot itself, whom should be called if anyone would have seen the parrot. Okay, and they also and this person is also offering reward to those who are able to locate the parrot. Alright, so the answer is A. Why is the answer A? Alright, because the question is asking if you see a green and orange parrot, you should what? You should what? See? A green and orange parrot. So you have to understand the general idea of the whole text. See it if it answers to Poppy. Which answers to the name Poppy has gone missing. So if you were to see this kind of parrot, just call its name. If it answers, then it is the real parrot. If it's not, then it's not. Call Sham for a reward. Does it mention to call Sham for a reward? It did not mention anybody specifically, but if they were to find the parrot, a reward will be given. So it doesn't have to be you calling this one person, then you get a reward. It's not it. Turn on bright lights. Why do you want to turn on bright lights? It has nothing to do with it. It's only telling you what does this parrot actually responded to. Turn on bright lights. So the answer is A. Okay, for number 7, this is a conversation between a mother and a son. Okay, and a son. So what? Again, the question is asking for true. So out of 7 now, 5 of the question is asking about true. Only true statements. Okay, so the answer is C. Harish mom is predict of other road users. Why is this the answer? Now let's look. Mom, can I use your car to meet my friend? I guess it's okay. Alright, Mom, make sure you adhere to the speed limit. There are many considered drivers out there. You look at the 4th line, you can see that the mother is giving an advice, reminding the son to be careful when he's on the road, especially on the speed limit. Okay, and then again, the mother will say no speeding no matter what. So therefore, the mother is worried, okay, of other road users. She's afraid that the son might get into an accident because of inconsiderate drivers out there. She's afraid of the others, not the son, because she knows that the son would definitely follow whatever that she has advised. Okay, all right. And the last question. This is a message or email. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is David. Could you ask my dad to pick up at the train station? I want to surprise him at the office, but I sprained my ankle as I got into the train. I want to take the taxi home, says Sarah. There's no one there. I tried calling him, but he switched off his phone time. So this is actually a message sent by the daughter to her dad. So very straightforward question. The sender of this message most probably white. So the answer is A, texted her father's co-worker. Alright. Okay. Why the answer is not B, took the wrong train. She not even took the train because she sprained her ankle. Is it a C, can't pay for a taxi? Still not the answer, because why? She doesn't want to take a taxi because there's no one at home. So therefore, she texted her father's co-worker. Okay, so the answer is A. Alright. So you can see that from question number 1 right to number 8, you can see the similar pattern of question asking true statement, true statement, true statement. Some questions asking about very general idea of the text of the question itself. So you can see there's a lot of variety. Okay, now let's go to part 2. Now part 2 is the part where we call as the close text. Close text meaning that the students have to fill in the blanks with the correct answer. So for this part of the test, students are being tested on their vocabulary and grammar. So I think I already mentioned the 2 previous sessions. Okay, let's look. So for this part, you actually have 10 multiple choice questions that you need to answer. 10 questions. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 10 questions. Okay. What do I meant by testing you on your vocabulary? Students, listen carefully. Look here. Alright, now if you look at number 9, the 4 options given to you is city, capital, village, park. These 4 words, okay, is actually, if you were to look at it, it might look similar. Here, a place, area, and so forth. So it falls under the category of vocabulary. When you look at number 10, the choices of answer given is testing you on your good grammar, which is preposition. So, preposition. To show places. Okay. And then number 11, again, testing students on their vocabulary. Alright, the different words there gives you different meanings. Number 12, again, testing students on their vocabulary. Number 13, again, testing students on their vocabulary as well. So there's a difference between payroll companies and employees. Number 14, again, testing students on their vocabulary. Same goes with number 15, number 16, number 17, not only vocabulary, also testing students on their tense. So this is a past tense. Designed, programmed, planned, and we have ED behind. Okay. And the last option, the last set of questions, gives testing students on again vocabulary. So you can see here for part 2, students are students are mostly being tested on their vocabulary compared to grammar. For grammar testing is only like in question number 10 and then question number 17. It's also a combination of vocabulary. Alright, for example, number 9. So the answer is the village. Okay, it's the name of a white which was built especially for workers at Cadbury chocolate factory. The answer is village. It cannot be a capital, it cannot be a city, it cannot be a park. It definitely has to be one small area, an originated area, which is the village. It cannot be a capital. Capital with a capital city. Okay, number 10 is over. The answer is over. Why is it over? Look, George and Richard Cadbury took the cocoa and chocolate business from their father in 1861. Took what? You have taken over. Okay, It's not up, it's not down, it's not across. See, this is what we call as razor. Taken over. You took over. Okay. So, what's the difference between part 1 and part 2? Part 1, students are given 4 or 3 multiple choice questions. But when we come into part 2, students are given 4 multiple choice questions. And the interesting part for this part 2 is that they are being tested, especially on the vocabulary and their grammar. So if students are so worried about, teacher, I have to, they're so afraid that all the questions will be testing them on the grammar. No, it's not. It's only in part 2, and you can also see some in part 4, in part 5. So later I'll show you. Okay. Alright. Now let's proceed to part 3. Part 3 is a comprehension question. Okay, it's a comprehension question. If you were to see the difference between part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you can see that in part 3, the text is getting longer compared to part 1. Part 1, there is a length to it. It's a bit shorter. When you go to part 2, the length becomes a little bit longer. When it comes to part 3, it is longer, way longer, more extent. And then for part 3, comprehension questions, it can be an article, it can be an autobiography, it can be a report, it can be, what else? It can be a journal, it can be an excerpt from a novel, it can be anything. So the text is a little bit longer. Alright. Okay, I need to remind again many times. Some comprehension questions they will put by the side, the left hand side, the number of paragraphs. Some comprehension text, exam papers, they won't do that. Okay? So some comprehension text, so they will put the number of lines. So how can you make your life easier? What you can do is, if you were to do practices in class with the teacher, so just make sure by the side here on your left hand side, you just put the number of paragraph. For example, like this. This one is paragraph 1. Okay, starting from 5-year-old until down paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have 5, 6. Okay, altogether you got 6 paragraphs. And it can be arranged like this, or it can be arranged, in the normal way. It can be like this. The most important thing is that you read. Okay, read through it carefully from top to bottom. Don't just read the part that you want to read. That is very dangerous. Alright, then if you have the time, just count the number of lines. So the line is counted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then continue 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right up. It can be right up to 50. It depends on the length of the text. Okay. Alright, now let's look at the comprehension questions. Okay. Comprehension questions can also vary in many ways. Some comprehension questions is very clear, whereby students can actually see and find answers straight away based on the questions being asked. For example, at number 19. In this question, students are already told where to find the answer in paragraph 1. Easy, isn't it? Some comprehension questions will not do that. Okay? Not do that. So like for number 19, the answer is A. It was addressed to heaven. Let's look at the question. In paragraph 1, how did the postman notice Levi's letter? Okay. If the answer is addressed to heaven, let's see if the answer is there. Address a letter to my captain in heaven. See the word heaven here. Levi is there. Spotted by a postman at the Royal Mail who took the time to send a parcel and letter in midnight. Okay, everything is there. Who sent a letter addressed to heaven when her cat died, received an incredibly reply thanks to a kind-hearted postman. That's why the answer for that particular is. Now, what kind of a person was the postman? again, even though the answer is from paragraph 1, but it does not state it is from paragraph 1, meaning that you have to read it in general, thoroughly. Okay. Then when you go into number 21, again, paragraph 2, and then for question 22, paragraph 3, see, quite easy, 4, 5. Then you can also encounter some phrases or sentences which are in bold, and usually in comprehension question there would be one question that will ask students to give the synonym or the antonym of the phrase, of a word, of the sentence. It is very common questions being asked in comprehension questions. Alright. So like paragraph 5, I was gobsmacked. Is it in paragraph 5? Let's look at it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I was gobsmacked. So this is paragraph 5. Okay. Even though it is not stated by this side which paragraph it is, I think I've made it very clear to you. You can actually just make a note which paragraph is it. Alright. Okay. So let's go to part 4. Now part 4 is the part where there are 8 questions. There are 6 empty spaces given for you to complete the paragraphs, and there are 8 different answers of choices, 8 choices of answers that you have to choose 6 out of 8 to fill in the blanks to complete this particular text. Alright, you can see here 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. So altogether you got 6 paragraphs. Sorry, 6 empty space. So this is 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in paragraph 6, you have 2 empty spaces that you need to complete. Now, this one is about vaping. So you can see that the difficulty of the text is getting higher. The difficulty of the task is getting higher. Whereby students are not being asked to give words anymore. They have to find a suitable sentence to complete the paragraph. Okay, for example, like this, 27. Vaping is taking over smoking as a growing concern among teenagers. What's the answer? So the answer is 27. The answer is the vaping companies now have better advertising strategies than cigarette companies of old. Is it? Yes, it's actually something that of a growing concern because vaping now has become a trend and it is taking over the market for cigarettes. Alright. So some students, teacher, what should I put in here? Should I write the whole sentence or what? No. And you see here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Right, for the empty spaces, actually for paper 1, students are given an answer sheet. And that answer sheet is where the students will write down their answers. And for this part 4, students are only required to write the letters. Is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or H. And for this part, students are required to answer only 6. Only 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Alright, and the last one. So the last part, which is part 5, this is what we call as hyping. If you were to look at the other parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4, students are supposedly to blacken the answer sheets. The answer sheets. But for this, students actually have to write. This is the last 8 questions that students have to write on their own. And students are not allowed to make any mistakes, especially in spelling. If the answer is in a different tense, then you have to change the tense according to the requirement of the task. Okay, right. This is also the part where we call it as the information transfer, whereby students are given text like this, and they have to transfer the answer later in this questions. Okay, all right. Now, the first four usually students will be asked to give in the form of alphabets. That's why you can see here for this particular question, we have A, B, C, D, E, and F. And when students answer questions for this last few, which is now starting with the 3, we have to follow the statements. So if the statements say that I use this to catch parts of the toy, the answer is B. Let's see. The funky orange thing. What is funky orange thing? So funky orange thing is called a separator. Detach Lego bricks from the top and bottom of each other while the other end is useful for the tiny pieces that are impossible to separate others. Essential tools that saves your teeth, nails, and sanity. So if you were to ask to detach, so you just put the number of paragraphs here. B, 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 B. Okay. Where do I get the answer? It's all on the side. Alright. Okay. And the last part. Okay. This is the part where students always make a lot of mistakes. Instruction is very clear, saying that no more than one word from each passage for each answer. Each passage means whatever answers that I got here, that I already put insert in the blanks, are taken from these paragraphs. So students have to read and understand, okay, what does it mean? Where do I get this rust? Okay. Symbols, chains, sanity. These are all one word, not more than that. So what happens if the students write more than one word? They write 2 words, even though one of the answer is correct, it is still considered wrong because you do not follow the instructions. Okay, all right. Any questions? Anything? So I think that's all for paper 1. Not much to explain actually, because paper 1 is for me it's quite easy to attempt, because you are provided with answers there. It's just that sometimes some students, they don't like to read, they just like to do shortcuts. And as a teacher, my advice to you, please don't do that. There's no shortcuts in whatever that you're doing. Alright. So later on we'll continue with paper 2 for Negeri Sembilan. For Negeri Sembilan, sorry. Negeri Sembilan. Let's take 5 for over, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.